Hey kids, obviously I'm not there today. I'll be back half day, but I had a doctor's appointment. I'm sure you'll completely understand. Anyways, I don't want to hold you up on these games. So what I'm going to show you today is what I would like you to be working on while I'm gone. So this is how we're going to do this. First things first, I want you to gather your group, and on the front table, there are bins. I want you to pick up a plastic bin for your group. One bin per group. And from this time forward, all of your materials, I'm trying to show you a picture, all of your materials will go into that plastic bin. So anything I gave you yesterday, the rubric and the game creation brainstorming sheet, goes into that bin. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Get with your group, which you wrote their names down, so there should be no questions there, and then pick up one plastic bin for your group, and all your materials from yesterday and anything you gather today go in that bin at the end of class. I think I've made it pretty clear. So all materials are in there. The reason I like the bins is because if you would happen to be absent, your group doesn't have to dig around into your desk or your math folder to gather any materials that you might have. Everything will be directly in that bin, so you don't have to go looking for anything. The next thing I want you to do today is to pick your topic. Let me pull up a picture of the topics. This is similar to what I showed you yesterday, but I made it a little more neat. And there's 18 topics to pick from at this point. So what I'd like your group to do when you first get together is decide on one of these topics. Everybody in the group might not be strong in every area. So it's not going to be a strength for everybody in the group. You will have to work together as a team to make sure that you get every person in your group through this project. So it might be a strength for two of the three, and the third person might feel like it's not a strength for them, but it's going to probably be rare that you find a strength for all three members. So your first job is to pick your topic. And I will put this back up on the video here in a few minutes. And then on the board, I would like somebody to make a list that says math game topics, just like this, and then number 1 through 8, because there's 8 groups. Once your group has picked your topic, go up and put the group leader's name, and I told you who your group leaders were yesterday, put a dash, and then put the topic from that page that I just showed you next to that name. Once someone takes a topic, it is gone. Notice down here I said no two groups may pick the same topic. It's a first come, first served basis for these topic choices. So once your group has picked your topic, go up to the chalkboard, write the group leader's name and their topic. I need all choices picked today. If you do not get a topic picked today, you are behind. Remember, I said I will let you know what I need you to get done each day. So this is the first thing that has to get done today. Your group must decide. There could be some disagreements going on, but you have to pick a topic today. Next thing, and I don't have it home with me, so I can't show you a picture of this, but the game creation worksheet that I gave you yesterday, I gave you 2 things, the rubric that shows how you're going to be graded and that game creation worksheet. That's the next thing I'd like you to do, is get the game creation worksheet out, and that is what I want you to use to start brainstorming and coming up with a rough idea of what this game is going to look like and how it's going to be played. It is completely brainstorming. Remember, I said this is not your rough draft. No one is doing a rough draft today. This is brainstorming. It's just like in grammar and writing class. Before you can get to that rough draft, you usually have to do some sort of brainstorming with webbing of sorts. So today, you're using that game creation worksheet to do your brainstorming. Fill in as many blanks as possible. It's just like Mrs. Sarah and myself always say, if you can brainstorm and take tons of notes and ideas, it's always easier to get that rough draft written. So the more thought you put into this brainstorming, the better and easier your rough draft will be. I told you yesterday I often have 3 or 4 rough drafts. Hold on. That was my phone. I'm sure you recognized it. Anyways, it's not unusual to have 3 or 4 rough drafts. Kids have gotten away with 2 rough drafts if you fill out this game creation worksheet in detail. Every blank does not have to be filled in. It might not apply to the game you're creating, but I want you to fill in as much as you possibly can with ideas so that when you get to your rough draft, you will be okay. I want everybody in the group, because you all have a copy of this worksheet, to be writing the ideas down. So I don't want one person taking notes. I want everybody discussing and talking and taking notes. So there'll be 3 or 4, if you're in the group of 4, 3 copies of this in case one gets lost. So everybody, that's your job today. The other thing that I'd like to go along with this game creation worksheet is maybe grabbing a sheet of scratch paper and maybe getting a rough sketch of what this game might look like. If you're making cards, I want a rough sketch of what a card might look like. If you're making a game board, I want a rough sketch of what the game board. It does not have to be detailed, but enough so that when I look at it, I can say, oh, I kind of can see what you're up to. So that is where I'd like you to be today. You might not finish your game creation brainstorming today. You might not. So what I want done today is pick up your bin, get with your group, choose your topics, and get them onto the chalkboard. Do not erase these. And then use the game creation worksheets for everyone in the group to be writing down notes as you discuss what you're going to be doing. No one is going on to the rough drafts today. If you do get done with your game creation worksheet, which is not necessary, I would like it to be close, but not necessary, then you can put all your materials back in your bin and place them on the floor in the front of the room underneath the chalkboard in a nice neat line across the front of the room. Once you're picked up and cleaned up, you can start with homework, which is pick 2 on your own for homework. Now, let me pull up those math game topics again, and I will keep those up for you. And I will even send a copy of that with the substitute so that if you want to take a look at it in detail and length. Nothing on there is crazy. You could almost just go through your Go Math book. And some of them are by chapter, like the whole number division. I think we had a whole chapter on whole number division. But some of them are not, like the geometry. I broke it down into polygons, triangles, quadrilaterals. So if you're not looking at this list in front of you, you could almost just go through your Go Math book and say, ooh, let's work on that. So those are your topics, and that's what I expect you to do before the day is over. Pick your topic and start, possibly finish your game creation brainstorming. If you don't finish, you're not behind. You just need to finish up early next period. The substitute may not be able to answer too many questions, but I think I've made it pretty clear what I need you to be doing today. So I'm not there to take notes on who's cooperating and who's not. I hope I don't get any reports from the substitute, though. So, good luck. I will see you when I get back.